Hi everyone, this is Bart Woodcook. Today I want to introduce you to a good friend of mine, Mats Osbeck from Norway here. As a lot of you have heard of his success, he is the #1 money earner in network marketing history. I believe you've done about 95 million euros in less than 5 years, is that correct?
3 years now, actually.
Well, I was wrong then. 3 years, it's much better than. But, it's exciting what you've done, and I think in dollars that'd be, about 150,000 million or something right now, or some ridiculous thing. But anyway, who's counting really? But what's exciting is you're here with us. We just finished the convention with Synergy Worldwide. Companies have offered you, I know, and you and I have traveled the world a bit, and I know that companies have offered you at least $4 million just to join there, and they've offered you, I don't know, 250,000 just to speak, or all this crazy stuff. But what do you? And you got your mom has a wonderful testimony, and you do too. But where do you see the future in Synergy here?
I think I would like to go back to why I chose Synergy, actually.
That's perfect.
Because I've been evaluating a lot of companies. I was looking for another company to work with. A lot of people ask me, why do you work? Why do you do it?
Yeah.
So I would say, because I can.
That's good answer.
So of course you have to do something, and I like this kind of job. It gives you pleasure to help people to achieve the level of success I know they can. Everybody won't. Some people will, some won't. So what?
Right.
Next. So when I was evaluating this company, I was evaluating them, looking at company, looking at trends, pay plan, and products. Before I made my choice to work with Synergy, I spent 1 year to testing the products. I picked out a test group of 200 people, approximately, give or take a few. I got a brochure from the United States. The name of the brochure was 22 Reasons Why You Should Try the Product and Plus. You know the brochure.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
We tried almost be tested on all these 22 reasons. I've been in the industry for a while. I said before I would never do pills and potions. The reason for it is that it's so many companies who do it. Everybody claims to have the best products. There's a jungle of products or companies out there, and go into that jungle of companies and try to build something huge. I didn't see that happening, because if you should succeed in that jungle, you need either a superior product, or you need a product the same price and quality. Same quality as the others, but much lower price. Right. So you have an edge compared to the others. I didn't see any company who had it, or the company I checked so far. The reason why I wanted to look at this company at all and bothered to take the time was that the #1 producer in the world, Nature Sunshine, that owns Synergy, they were about to go into new markets. And I know from the industry that's a perfect timing to join the company. So I went over there to have a look at what they were doing. In my world, it's wise to know what you say no to.
That's right. I remember that day like it was yesterday. That was that first tour you did.
Yeah,
that was good.
I know. So I went over there to have a look and say nicely, but no thanks. That was my attitude actually at the moment. But I would like to see what I said no thanks to. So I was talking to Dan Higgins and Dan Norman. They talked about the products. I think my thoughts were dull. I can believe in all that. I'm not that stupid.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't say anything, luckily. So when they talked about the products, I said, I don't know your products. I said, I would never bring to market or do any marketing of products if I can't guarantee that the quality of the products are as stated by the company. and I never tried the products. Come here, he said, and took me downstairs to the shop, filled a big bag with products, and said, here we have the products. He sent me with me that body tester.
Oh yeah.
And said that, okay, you test yourself before you start taking the products, you test yourself while you're doing it. I thought, okay, this is something new. I never met people who are that confident about their products. And I could see from your body language, she didn't lie either. You know, I've been working as a policeman for almost 20 years, 18 years. So I know how to read people's body language, and I could tell you didn't lie. So, okay.
Thank you very much, that was very nice.
Yeah. So, we spent, as I said, we spent 1 year testing products. I've heard from the industry before, because I've been using healthcare products for a long time. I got a diagnosis MS many years ago. When you get that kind of diagnosis, you are...
Now, how's your MS now?
I have no symptoms left.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's that's what they call the irreversible disease. But obviously it's not.
Yeah, obviously, you've proved them wrong again, you know.
Yeah. You know, I like to be in that position, to be able to prove people wrong. If I should believe what people said, I would never have been here today.
That's true.
Because it's not possible, you know, to do this kind of business.
Exactly.
It's not possible to succeed to that kind of degree. So everybody tells you it's not doable, you can't do it, it doesn't work in that way, you're being fooled, you're being tricked, all that kind of stuff. You've heard it thousands of times.
All the time, yeah.
I've heard it a couple of times too. Did you believe it? Did you believe it when people told you that?
No, but once I tried things and had to believe for myself, then I believed it after that. So.
First time I heard about the figures you could earn in this industry, I didn't believe I would make that kind of money. But I believed in the goals I set for myself.
I gotta tell you though, Mats, this industry's been the best experience of my life. I've seen where people's life changed, my life's changed. I've traveled around the world. I've traveled a couple times around the world with you. You know, we've had a blast. I mean, we've had the best time of my life actually. You know, and here, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago I was in Iceland, and and I'm with you up in Norway. Going to your wedding, and it's been a wonderful experience. I'm working the U.S. market now, and we've talked a lot about you there. Yeah. And I know you're in Spain and Norway quite a bit, and you're not in the U.S. very much. But a lot of people hear about the legend of Mats Aspang, talk about the duplication of the system, because I'm really trying to get people in America to duplicate.
Yeah, I will, but first I will finish the reasons. Because, as I said about the other companies, I was used to people telling me that you have to stay on a project for at least 3 months before you might feel an effect. If you don't feel an effect, that doesn't mean the products don't work. I'm pretty sure everybody who are in the industry have heard those lines many times.
Yeah, a lot.
I tried products from company after company trying to find something that could reverse my symptoms of MS. Didn't find anything. So I expected when we started to try these products that people should come back to me and say after 3 months, I might have become a bit better, but I wasn't prepared for what actually happened. First person, we had a group around 200 people, and we picked out to test the products on all the 22 reasons and more. First person called me the same day as he got the products, almost screaming on the phone, "I'm free of pain!" That was a person who had been living with chronic pain for
I love those calls.
decades. And he was so ecstatic. It took him 2 hours or so to get rid of the pain. So I thought my first reaction was, "Doll, I can believe that. This is a placebo effect." That was my reaction. Then another person called, and another person called, and another person called. I thought, we really have something here. Oh, that was really fun actually. And as you know, I got many calls. I'm still here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been if the products, if it didn't have that as a foundation. If you don't have a solid product as a foundation, you will be building actually like a disguised pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that. So it's when I saw what kind of product we have, of course, we need to check out the company because most companies fail because of the company. They don't have the financial backing. They don't have the MLM expertise indoors. It's many reasons why they fail. But I wanted to look at the company and having these reasons why companies fail in mind. I didn't find any of those reasons.
Yeah.
The reason, as I said, the reason why I bothered to look at it at all was because it was the #1 producer in the world. Most companies produce these kind of products. They outsource the production. They don't do it themselves. They have no clue what is put in their products actually, how the production has taken place. This company do everything themselves.
So there's no quality control as other companies do.
No, and the quality control here is really amazing. I visited the power plant, the production plant as well before I made up my decision, and that was really impressive. Really impressive. I met the people behind it. They impressed me as well. So and then the friends said the reason why I bothered to look at it. Perfect timing is to join one of the best producers when they move into a new market, and this was the #1 producer.
Right.
So I started to do the math on comp line. I wasn't too impressed, to be honest, when I started up doing the math. When we looked at the basic commission, $20,000 per month. So what?
I remember this conversation.
Yeah.
That was good.
And then I looked at Megamush. Okay, that was a good one. Was my reaction to it. Yeah, I had already formed a group of leaders. So we were looking at what are we going to choose. So I told them call. I think you talked to Heidi.
Oh yeah.
So I called her and Martin and the others.
In fact, I remember sitting in Amsterdam and you were calling, to South America, tour gunner, to all your people, and we were just like, okay.
So I asked them, have you looked at this Megamatch? That's pretty cool. 100% Megamatch. I've never seen that before.
No, that's brilliant.
So they say, yeah, they had done more of the math than I had already. So then I continued to do the math and came to leadership.
I saw your eyes open up on that one.
Yeah, it really did. Called Heidi, and I was really ecstatic when I did it. Because I know that I think in different terms than most people do.
Yeah, I would say.
It's like a friend of mine, he asked me at the leadership training in Spain where I saw this in 10 or 20 years, I don't remember, but way ahead. So I returned that question with another question. I asked him, how much turnover do you think we'll get in this company? Do you think we will come to a point where we will have a monthly turnover of $1 billion? And I was thinking about it for a couple of seconds, and he said, yeah, I truly believe we will get that. And beyond, he said.
Well, you've done over that before, so why would you not do it again?
$1 billion.
Right.
Not million, billion. I said billion.
Got it.
I've had that kind of turnover before, and beyond.
I know you have.
So I said to him that, yeah, I believe that too, and I truly believe that I will have at least 1 billion in my strong leg. And when you then look at the leadership bonus, I told him the number, so I said I will at least make 20 million euros per month only in leadership bonus.
Wow.
When you reach those numbers, as you said yourself, you believe we will make. But I dare to believe that I will make it. So I guess that's the difference.
Well, I remember you added up. We were sitting there because I was thinking, excuse me, I was thinking, $1 billion a year. You already did that, but you're thinking $1 billion a month, correct?
Yeah.
Well, when you looked at your last check, when I remember you were dissecting it, you were making 1.5 million a month.
Yeah.
Well, in this, if you did $2 billion a year, right, in your strong leg, and you sometimes did up 6 billion. Is that correct? Well, just on the leadership bonus at 2 billion, that'd be roughly $80 million a year on leadership bonus. You figured out one time. But if you
but I think it's a 2. I said 20 million when I reached $1 billion. You must strongly 20 million.
I mean,
so that will be 240 million only leadership bonus.
I know it's crazy.
I know it's crazy numbers, but the thing with this comp plan, it doesn't have a limit.
No, it doesn't. You can do that.
So most companies, they have a limit on how much you can make. So when the turnover then increases, everything goes to the company. You won't see a dime of it. What exceeds a certain amount of turnover. Here, your paycheck will continue to rise and rise and rise and rise and rise. It's not that much at the beginning, but you're in profit from day one.
Yeah, it's true.
So, and another thing, you help people on the way all the time, and that's great too. That's a reward that not a lot of people talk about. But I meet people on a daily basis who say, "This has changed my life." People tell me I was dying from this, I was dying from that, and I'm healthy again. How much is that worth?
That's
doesn't
priceless.
matter. Doesn't matter how much money you make. Nothing can replace that.
True.
And being able to change people's life to that degree, that's cool.
That's.
If you want to find some better stories, read the Bible. Yeah.
So, go ahead.
I will still finish that part.
You are.
Because
so this 5-minute little thing is going a little longer than we expected.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let Mats run with it because he's Mats' house.
Yeah. And people say they can't stop my mouth, you know.
That's right. That's okay.
When you're passionate about something.
You are definitely passionate.
Yeah. So all the other companies I evaluated, I've always found something that wasn't good enough. I couldn't say okay to all these points I talk about, what I call the cornerstones, the 4 cornerstones, and there was always something lacking. But the companies came back to me and said, "We will fix it like this, like that." But it wasn't in place when I checked it out. When I looked at Synergy company, I looked at it because I knew it as the best company in the world on these kind of things.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to look at it at all. Timing, that was another reason why I looked at it. The best producer was going into new markets, and I know that as a perfect timing. So on the timing I said perfect. Then the next one was a compensation plan. You know, I talked about the math we did on it. It is the best one I've seen.
Yeah, I've never seen.
I have seen companies who pay out more, but they all failed.
Yeah.
They disappear. If they pay out more on this one, and I like the way they cap the cap actually. I know a lot of people they don't like it because it varies a little bit. I wrote a comp plan once where I put it was almost identical actually to this one. I put in the cap there as well. Because I wanted to ensure that the members would get their share. So the company couldn't blame anything not to pay out as much as they should. Here we have the cap that ensures that, and I know that it doesn't matter how much money I make in the future, I won't be kicked out because I make too much.
It's true.
And the board of directors would like to keep that share of money too. So I can succeed how much I want. And that's cool.
That is cool.
So on the comp plan I said best. Then the products, unbelievable. If somebody, like I said, when they talked about the products first time I heard about it, they were actually very careful about what they said, but what they said was still beyond my imaginations. So my reaction was, oh, I can believe all that. And so they were actually very careful.
Wow.
The products are unbelievable. Everybody should have been forced to use them actually. That's how good they are. I've done it like they do with the ducks to get with the geese to get the liver. Feed them, you know. Get it down, because we know it's good for them. But of course you can't do that. Some people, they choose to be sick and miserable. They choose to.
It's sad though.
Okay, it's sad, but of course we have to let them. But on the products, of course, I said best. So I had best, perfect, best. And I never could say okay before. Statistically, when do you think that will happen again?
I never really.
It has never happened before.
It'll probably never happen again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure humans won't be on this planet long enough so we can see it again.
Well, the other thing too, the biggest 50% of the population has heart disease, and we have something that it's the biggest cause-driven opportunity on the planet.
As I said, timing was absolutely perfect. But that doesn't mean that companies born big. Some people are so stupid, in my mind, sorry to say, use that word.
How do you really feel, really?
That they see it as a problem that we don't have enough members, enough turnover yet. They look at the numbers, look at the turnover, and see that as a problem. My God, what an opportunity!
Yeah, that's.
Somebody has to build it big. It was like in my previous company, the only company I've been working for, this one. Then a lot of people would explain why I succeeded. They said, "You were so lucky. You joined it exactly when the big growth started." So I had to ask these people, why do you think that big growth started? Do you think it happened by itself? Do you think there is a link here? And they said, you succeeded to that degree because you were the first one, you were number one. Bullshit. It doesn't have anything to do with that. It was way down the line. Even in my country, it was loads of people who joined before me. In this company, you could join today, make more money than I do.
Yeah.
And that you do,
well,
and that everybody else about them do. Yeah. I would welcome it if people in my downline was doing better than me. I would be happy.
Yeah,
I would show them how. I would give them the tips on how to do it. But they would have to do the job. And if they aren't prepared for it, they won't. So that's also one of the beauties of this industry. If this had been a regular business, people would have been fighting, competing. If they had a secret, they would keep it very tight to their chest. So the neighbors, the neighbor competitors, wouldn't get a clue on what they were doing to succeed. Here we share it. And we are happy for people in our own team to pass us when it comes to success. I would love to see that happen.
It is happening.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened yet, but
What's happened for me? So.
I know it will. I know it will. I know it happens all the time in my team. But I still would like to see some people coming up and look at my paycheck and laugh. That would be cool.
That'd be good, best.
Yeah. That's not a problem, that's an opportunity.
That is.
And a good story to bring forward. Yeah, it's a fantastic business.
In America, I'm trying to help a lot of people. I'm just basically trying to get the ship in the right direction.
Yeah.
You know, helping people do, okay, hey, take charge of your people. You know, make your list of 20 people. Don't sponsor more than 5, and focus on those 2 to 5 people, and love more of yourself. And that's all I'm trying to teach right now. You've done some amazing things with systems. Obviously, it took a system of duplication to do the numbers that you've done, to break all these world records. Can you share with some of the people, just touch on a couple ideas and philosophies on your system, how it works and why it works, and how it's so important to follow a system? Because I really am trying to help as many people as I can, but they have to follow the system, and a lot of people just don't do it.
No, I would keep it to myself. No, I'm kidding.
He's a very...
As I said, that's the beauty with this business. We share it, don't we?
We do, we share.
Yeah. Now, when I joined this business for the first time, I looked at the comp plans. I've had leadership or leader positions in the business since I was 18 years old. First in the army, then in the police force.
And you were chief inspector of one of the regions. That's impressive.
So I was. I've always been analyzing things. I've always been working with goals and a plan. I know if you want to succeed, no matter what you do in life, If it's about getting a woman, if a wife, if it's about what you want to have, it's no matter what level it is in your life, you have to set a goal. You have to decide for yourself, what do I want? When you know what you want, you have to make a plan on how to get there.
Exactly.
If you don't have a goal and a plan, if you don't know yourself what you want to succeed with, how on earth can you succeed? And how can anybody help you to succeed if you don't yourself what you want to succeed with?
Right.
So over then to the plan, I knew what I wanted. The numbers itself, the payout was not actually a big issue for me, as you might understand. But the thing to help people, that is something I really like that. It's a selfish thing, you know, to help people, because their gratitude make me feel good. Helping people is a selfish thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, but it's really fun as well. But I realized, looking at the comp plans of these companies, that I can't bring in this number of people to myself in order to make the kind of money they talked about in the comp plans. So I understood I need some kind of duplication in order to make it happen. I need other people to work. And I was actually thinking quite a lot about it. After I understood what kind of products we had, I was getting that kind of things going. You can't fail if you do it right. But as I said, this was the first time I was doing the MLM. I was thinking about how I would make other people work. So I talked to people that succeeded big time before in the industry. To talk to the old, as I call them, MLM hookers, who jump from company to company, doing a little bit here, doing a little bit there, get a few bucks here, get a few bucks there, and call themselves experts. I don't bother. When you talk to them, they are so self-confident. I've been in 15 companies, so I know all about this. You know, that kind of people, I don't bother to listen to them. I don't want them in my team, actually. I don't even want to sponsor them, because, you know, the day they leave, which I will eventually, because when you see it takes some work to succeed.
It does.
And most of these people are looking for the quick bucks, to get in, do nothing, and get paid. The world doesn't work in that way. You have to do something to get something. But here you can make that something residual. You get it month after month after month. That's cool.
Does.
Yeah, I like that
In
drill.
fact, there's nothing better than that, really.
No, I like the drill.
In fact, you were up late last night and you were still getting paid.
Yeah.
You know, when you sleep, you still get paid. Yeah.
When I was up, you know, we had a party last night. And,
it was very good fun.
Yeah, it was. And when I was up partying, I was making money.
It's amazing.
That's
concept.
That's how this business is working. Okay, we spent some money on liquor and all that kind of stuff, you know. But we made more money sitting there partying than that party was costing me. Well, that's cool.
You people think about that.
That is residual income. That's how it works. So it's the same as when I was traveling to Las Vegas, you know, it was a long flight. But I made way more money sitting on that plane than the ticket was costing. So, yeah, that's the beauty of this business.
So the power is duplication.
Duplication. So I limit how many people they can sponsor. So I tell people, don't sponsor more people than you can follow up on.
What do you suggest? How many people? What's the most?
At the time, customers, people only want to use the products. I call them customers.
Right.
No matter if they register as distributors or how they do it. As long as they don't do anything, they're customers in my mind.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of these people, they have big plans, but they don't act on it. Those people, we still treat them as customers until they act. So we put them in straight lines. And I want, then people have to decide how much time I'm going to spend building up this business. because you get what you get out what you put in. And if you for most of the people, it would be enough to have 2 business people who really are dedicated to do the job. Maybe you have to sponsor 10 people to find that one person, but you never know who that person will be.
It's true.
It could be a person that you thought yourself, he will never do it. He won't even try the product. That could be the person who will take off your business. You never know. It's the first person you need to believe that he actually can do it, or she actually can do it. That first person who believe they can will be your next gold ship.
That's true.
Yeah. Cool business.
I can't believe they pay us to do this.
Huh?
I can't believe they pay us to do this, really.
No.
I mean, we're saving lives, plus we're getting paid. That's what the concept. I'm trying to go out and save lives for free. You know, really.
Yeah, most people would.
Yeah.
To feel like gratitude, as I said, to help people is a selfish thing, because it makes you feel so good.
So basically, you can't really focus on more than 5 people, though.
I have sponsored 19 myself.
Right.
I stopped sponsoring a long time ago. That doesn't mean that I stopped talking to people. Of course I do. I want to share the good news. But those who want to try the products, I give them a tip about who to talk to. I get the CV anyway. It takes me 5 minutes to tell people about it and get them excited about the products. Then somebody else can sign them up. So I will instead work with groups of people. And great fun to doing that too.
Yeah.
To travel a lot around doing the things we do and still get paid those ridiculous amounts, you know. Yeah, can it be better?
No, it really can't.
No.
So I don't want to go into too much into detail of the duplication, but really it's about focusing on your, 2 to 5 people that are focused and care about it more than yourself.
People, those of you who look at this tape, listen to this guy. He can tell you what you need to do. Listen to your upline, and he's a good man. I trust this person, so listen to him. He will tell you what you need to do. I don't need to spend a lot of your time explaining this in details. He can do that. That's the beauty of this system. You have all this upline.
That's true.
And choose your upline wisely, because that's the person who is going to teach you how you will succeed. So that person will follow up on you. And if that person happens to be Bart Woodcook, okay, then you have the same sponsor as I do.
I'm very proud of that.
Yeah.
That's been fun though. I mean, I remember, in the old days, we were trying to get Norway going and open and legal, and you were so committed to your team though that you went and rented a flat in Amsterdam, and I'd show up to visit, and that whole hallway, I just remember, I just see it clearly right down the left side, just all the way down. There's probably 40 feet of product, 8 feet tall, and I don't know how you did it. I mean, it was just, it was crazy.
But everything you do is about mindset. We were told this about Scandinavia, it will never be open. At a certain period of time we were told that.
Yeah.
It won't happen, not in a million years. What does that actually mean, not in a million years?
It just means not yet.
It means that when it comes to 1,000,001, or it means that there is an opportunity.
Well, obviously we opened up Scandinavia.
We did, so it's always ways around it. If you have a challenge, there is always ways around it. We don't have problems, we have challenges.
Yeah.
And challenges is fun. If it was too easy, then no challenge to it, it would not be fun.
And that's the main focus I want to tell a lot of people just starting up. I mean, most of the problems every company has problems, but most of those problems are gone. I mean, I think in America the product's the cheapest in the world.
No, did you hear what I said? We don't have problems, we have challenges.
I don't understand, but what I'm saying is, when people come in, they look for problems,
Yeah, I know.
And I want to help people get successful fast, and I just want to get their mindset away from this, because there's no challenges there. You've done some amazing job with your leaders, shipping product, even when I came up a couple months ago, in the middle of the night, we're going to Sweden, picking up product, bringing it back. I mean, it's just amazing what your leadership is doing.
A lot of people, they have another explanation for my success. You have some good people. Everybody know that many good people as I have put in the business. Everybody know it. Everybody know that many good people. It's about to get them into the business, but they don't jump in there on their own.
No, they don't.
So least you can do is to talk to these people, or if you don't dare to talk to themselves, sponsor somebody who dare to get your business going. That's cool.
That's exciting, actually. What's ready to happen here? It's just I can't express it. It's just I see it.
When you look at it, it took me 1 year to get. I was living in Amsterdam for 1 year. It took more than 1 year to get the products shipped into Scandinavia. But I knew as soon as I did it, I knew loads of people needed the products. They were screaming for them because there are people who have been testing them. So there are people screaming for the products. So I knew there had to be a solution to it. You helped a lot. Other people helped a lot.
I appreciate that. Yeah. It was a whole team.
Yeah, it was a whole team of people trying to make this happen. So we had a goal. We made plans.
And we did
succeeded.
We did it well.
It's always like that. Get your goals set, make your plans, and you will get them.
Yeah.
As long as you're willing to put into action those plans you made. And we did. And we succeeded on that too. And believe me, we will succeed on the rest of the goals we have as well.
There's some great goals out there. Do you want to share any of your goals with everybody, or do you want to keep them to yourself? It's up to you. You don't have to.
No, actually, I don't have. When you look at the
you
business,
got a couple of them, I know, but you don't have to share it if you don't want.
No, as I said to my team, when it comes to the business, I want to have a residual income of 1 million a month, crowns. I know I will get it in dollars.
So what does that translate into dollars? So everybody who gets
No. It's only it's a little bit less than $200,000 a month. But anyway, who needs more? But I know that I'm not that far away, or it won't take that long to get it.
No, probably about 12 more months, probably the way you're going.
Yeah, something.
I'm
like
just
that.
guessing. So.
Yeah, something like that.
Give or take.
But that doesn't mean I will stop working.
No.
Because it's fun to work. As a friend of mine said, it's fun to work, he said, but you can't have fun all the time. Yeah, so of course I will still continue to do it, but then I won't stress myself in any way with goals, etc. after I reach that. But of course I like to help people, so continue helping people, change people's life. It would be a very selfish thing in my mind to keep this kind of news to yourself.
Mats, in closing, thanks for spending time. We just finished up a great convention. Saw our leadership here worldwide. It's been fantastic. For the brand new person coming in, though, that's maybe never done network marketing, just in a 2-minute nutshell, and we'll close on that note. Give them some advice. Give them some wisdom on Mats thing. You've done some crazy stuff in your life. But Synergy Worldwide is the best company I've ever seen. But they're just getting started. What do you tell them?
You know, first of all, when you work with a business like multi-level marketing, don't keep it to yourself. You have to tell somebody.
So don't keep it a secret, please.
Don't keep it a secret.
Yeah.
Tell somebody. Don't try to sell. Tell. There's a big difference because, as I said, it's a numbers game.
Yeah.
Some will, some won't. So what? Next.
Yeah.
I never try to convince anybody. I just tell them straight up how it is. If they don't believe it, their problem. If they choose to say no, their problem. Of course, I know that enough people will say yes. Enough people for me to work with, as long as I talk to enough people. I sponsor everybody. I sponsor the first month into this business. I didn't go straight to people I had in the previous business. I sponsored them. I looked at who do I want to work with, and I talk to these people that I wanted to work with, that I wanted to give this opportunity. And most of them wanted to join. As I said before, when it comes to the opportunity, I never see an opportunity like it. I don't think we ever will see it again. Somebody has to build it big. If you see it as a problem, there's too few people involved, turnover isn't big enough, somebody has to make it big. And that will be the people who will make them really big bucks. That will be the people who actually make it happen. It could just as well be you. It could be anybody.
It's true.
It's people who believe they can that will take your business forward. So work with those people who want to. Don't waste your time trying to resurrect the dead or things like that. Because the people who don't see the opportunity, they won't do it no matter how much you push them or drag them. Spend your time with the people who want. That is empowering you with energy. The people who you have to convince almost every day to do what they should do, they will suck you empty of energy. So spend your time wisely, but share the opportunity, share the wisdom, share the good news about these products to people you meet. Don't keep it to yourself. That's too selfish. That's not a nice thing to do. When you know about something that could happen to help everybody on the planet, and it's very selfish to keep it to yourself.
That was my son making funny noise in the background. I apologize for that.
Yeah.
No, it's great set here.
Of course, it's a homemade business.
Or a hotel business too, you know.
Yeah,
we're not
hotel
business engineers. We're good with our hotel rooms, so it's good.
I expect that kind of things. Yeah.
That's good. I love doing unprofessional videos. It could be better, really, because it's just how it is. You know? So, no, I look for people that have a dream, you know, and this is a perfect vehicle to achieve what you want to achieve. But most people, it's sad. Most people don't have a dream anymore.
You know,
they've given up.
That's because they have been subject to what we call shrinking thinking. If you talk to a 5-year-old, they always have a dream. What do you want to become when you grow up? I want to be a queen, I want to be a king, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There's no limit to what they can become in their mind. They don't understand, of course, the concept of kings and queens when they say that, though, but in their world they can be whatever they want.
Right.
As we grow older, we start to set more and more and more and more limits for ourselves. We have this fantastic ability to learn from what happens to us. So if you get punched in the face, once we meet a challenge that we can't handle, problem as most people will say, they can't handle it. What happens is that they learn from it, and they say to themselves, I will never get in that situation again, and they set a limit to themselves. Then they meet another challenge they can't handle. Some people have it as a habit not to be able to handle the challenges. Are they just more unlucky than the rest of the people? Or is it something about their mindset?
It's mindset, right?
Of course it is. So you can choose to give up, or you can choose to fight it and then overcome that challenge. If you choose to fight it, new doors will always open up.
True.
Next time you meet a challenge like that, he's okay, you know how to handle it.
Oh, yeah.
So then that's behind you, and you widen up your comfort zone. If you give up, you set a limit instead, and you shrink your comfort zone. Most people have been subject to what you call shrinking thinking. They set new limits, new limits, new limits. If you then look at a 20-year-old and a 50-year-old, who dare to do the most? Of course, it's a 20-year-old who dare to do the most.
Sure.
But if both tried, the 50-year-old and the 20-year-old, who would have the best chances to succeed if they were giving it the same effort? Of course, the 20-year-old wouldn't have a chance against a 50-year-old if he just dared to do it. But normally, this 50-year-old, he would have been subject to what they call shrinking thinking so many times that he don't even dare to try. He accepts defeat without trying. That's precious. I'm sorry for that.
It's okay. We got to edit mods quite a bit. people out there. But you know, I believe that anybody that has a dream and really wants to get behind it can succeed. And I, you know, it's if 1% of the population is that or 50%, it doesn't matter. Yeah, not everybody's going to be positive and have, you know, their dream up there, but I believe everybody that in Synergy can be successful. I have no doubt if that's what they choose to do.
Everybody who decides they will do it, and as I said, set a goal and plan and take action on it. As long as you never give up, you will reach whatever goal you set. Synergy is a fantastic vehicle to reach your goals and dreams. I've never seen anything like it, and I don't think I will see it again in my life.
Yeah.
So if you let this vehicle pass, in my mind, you haven't a clue what you're doing. Yeah, lots of people will. So be my guest, let it pass, and sit there and regret in 20 years' time that, oh, I had a chance to, but I didn't take it.
Yeah. I see a lot of that.
Yeah, well, a lot of people there are sitting there, you know, memorizing all the chances they had and let it pass. I would rather regret what I did than what I didn't. I never regret what I did, because if it was a failure, okay, it's in the past.
Right.
I tried it, it didn't work. It wasn't for me or something like that. It's cool, I tried it. I know for myself that was not something I would like to continue doing. But sitting there thinking about all the opportunities you had that it didn't take, I don't like that kind of stuff. That's not a good things to think at. You should always act when you have the chance. You never know if it comes back again or not.
That's true.
And this opportunity,
it's only going to happen once in our lifetime, I believe.
yeah, and that's what Harvard Business School calls a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We are well inside those requirements, by far. So check it up yourself. Look at Harvard Business School and what they say about it.
Well, so I just want to thank you for your time. It's been a great convention, and I look forward to seeing you in Spain. I'll probably see you in Hawaii, or who knows what I'm seeing in, maybe next month. Right?
Yeah.
But it's just, it's going to be fun. Somewhere in the world where you get
nice
together.
Place, somewhere in the world.
That is a safe assumption right there.
Yeah.
So, you know, you've accomplished such amazing things in your life. You've broken all records in network marketing history. I couldn't be more proud of you, and I know you're going to break some records here. And but the neat thing is you're going to take thousands and millions of people with you. So it's there for the taking, and I'm proud to work next to you. This is great.
That's the most important thing. We have helped thousands and thousands, and eventually millions.
Yeah.
To a better
That's what it's all about.
To a better quality of life.
Yeah.
And we'll get paid for doing it. Cool.
Thanks, Bart.
Yeah.